Have you ever reached a point in life where you kind of felt like, I just don't care anymore? If so, this video is for you.
Represent God, gonna do it to death. Stop playing games with the Lord, gonna do it to death. Are you a believer when it fits? Nah, do it to death. You need to do it to death. Come on and do it to death. You wanna represent God, gonna do it to death. Stop playing games with the Lord, gonna do it to death. Are you a believer when it fits? Nah, do it to death. You need to do it to death. Come on and do it to death.
Hello, 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 good people. I am your host, Mr. HJ, and we are back. We are back. We are back. I got to give a shout out to my MVPs. That is Men, Value, and Purpose. Definitely cannot forget the lovely ladies that are courageous. So, diving right into what it is that we want to discuss today. Have you ever reached a point in life where you just did not care anymore? Why is that important? That's important because we've all reached that point at some point or another for some reason or another. Examples of that may be circumstances and situations. Maybe you were laid off your job. Maybe you're going through hard times financially. Maybe you've lost someone in your life that's close to you, like a parent or a spouse or a sibling. Maybe the grind of life is becoming a little bit more than you think you can bear. There's a lot of various reasons why people may give up, right? Or may develop an I don't care mentality or attitude. Not to be confused with the I don't care mentality that we use to drive us to success. And what mentality is that, you may be asking? That's like, I don't care what obstacles are in the way, I'm going to succeed. I don't care what other people think about my goals and my dreams, I'm going to achieve them. I don't care what amount of time I need to dedicate to my craft, I'm going to dedicate that time to get where it is I need to go. Not that I don't care. This is the I don't care where you're melancholy, where you're down, you're depressed, where you're reflective, introspective, and you're trying to understand why. You're trying to find the meaning of life and why you're here, why you're faced with such adversity. That I don't care. And how do you bounce back from that? Well, as most things in life, it derives and it begins from the conversation that you have with yourself. Your own dialogue that you have with yourself is definitely where that's going to be. So, what is the first thing that you think a person like that, or you, if you're in that situation, or you've been in that situation, know somebody in that situation, will probably at some point in life go through that situation again? What is it that I can do to aid me through that time? Because it is a time. It's a period in which you're going through something. The first thing that I think you should do, most importantly, is know life has seasons. There are seasons of highs. There are seasons of lows. There's a great saying, I don't know the person that said it, and I probably should look it up. But for the sake of time, either you're in a storm, you're coming out of a storm, or you're heading into a storm. And I may have phrased that wrong, but I think you get the concept of what is being said there. It's never going to always be right. There are going to be season changes. There's going to be, winter is coming if you're a Game of Thrones person. It's an eventuality, right? So the first thing that you should do is know that life has the potential and the possibility for change. Life has the potential and the possibility for change. Just as we're discussing season changes, your life can also change. What can you do to change your life, your season, your circumstances? Some things you just have to go through. Some things you can learn along the way. Some things are designed to make you stronger, make you more resilient. Other things you can control yourself, right? Decisions that you make. Well, I made a poor decision. These are the results of it. Now I have to grind it out and until I can get to a place to make a change, so to speak. So know that life always, until we're gone, has the potential for change. That should be at the forefront of your mind. When you're going through something, it seems rough, it seems terrible, challenging, distressing, whatever. Just know that nothing lasts forever. The highs and the lows do not last forever. So when you're at your worst or you feel like you're at your worst, know that, hey, this is not going to be forever, right? And eventually you can turn things around. Eventually you can get out of the slump. Now, another thing that people don't often think about is the impact that you have on others. Okay, so you're going through something. All right, let's not use you. I'm going through something. I'm a married man. I have 4 beautiful children, 3 dogs, whatever you want to say, right? I'm going through something. And so I have a direct impact on the rest of my immediate family. So if I'm down in the dumps, that's going to put my wife in a position where she's concerned about me, perhaps, or maybe she's a little bit down because I'm down and she's being very empathetic to what I'm going through. My kids are directly infected because of the same reasons, right? And so I've created a mood, if you will, in my whole household from things that I'm going through. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't go through things or you can't go through things because others are dependent on your emotions. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is that a lot of times we don't realize we have a direct impact on others. Morale rises and falls a lot of times with the strength of the leader. Let's say you have a war general and you're going out to battle and the odds are against you. Do you want this war general to be like, hey, guys, we about to get smoked, okay? They're about to hand it to us on a silver platter. We are finna get worked over like a part-time job. There is little hope. I hope you kissed your wife and your babies goodbye because it's over for us. It's over. It's just going through the motions at this point. Or do you want someone like King Theoden from Lord of the Rings or Maximus Aurelius from Gladiator or I can't think of Gerard Butler's character from 300. Do you want one of those speeches, right, where they're getting you hype, even though you're up against crazy odds? Obviously, you want the latter. Well, I would hope that you want the latter because that helps inspire you. That helps rejuvenate you. And so the impact you have on others is not only because you're going through something, but other people can also help you in a time of need. One thing that I often share with my oldest son, my wife and I share with our oldest son, is that we are not islands. We're not made to do all of this stuff by ourselves. We're not here to tackle all of the world's problems by yourself. You need other people. So the impact you have on others and the impact others have on you is a natural social dynamic that we need. So another thing that I would say, and the final thing that I want to touch on in this, is resilience and overcoming adversity. We talked about seasons. We talked about the highs and lows. We talked about the fact that life is going to throw things at you, seen and unseen, right? But this life we live is not designed to be perfect. You're driving down the street, you get a flat tire, you spring a leak somewhere, something happens. It's not designed to be perfect. You may have just bought the car, just drove it off the lot, your first 10 miles, brand new car, you hit a nail and you got a flat tire. You went from a super high, just got the new car I've been wanting, blah, 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 blah. And now you're sitting on the side of the road waiting for AAA or you're digging in your trunk for your spare to change it out because this unfortunate thing happened. right? And so a lot of it is your resilience here and knowing that you can overcome adversity. Is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? What is it that I can learn from this? What is it I can do? Am I going to let this situation define me and define me in this moment? Or am I going to look at this as just a speed bump on to move to bigger and better things? That choice is up to you. But I want to make sure that you all know we're all equipped with the tools, with the things that we need to be successful. Be that talking to a confidant, be that talking to a coach or a mentor, in my case, a spouse. I have several mentors that I like to bounce ideas off of. I think all of that's healthy, but you have to be willing to open up and have those conversations because we don't do it by ourselves, number one, but also adversity is going to come and we just have to overcome it. Remember, life always has the potential for change. So with all that being said, just wanted to give you that if you're ever faced with things, if you got that mentality, you wake up and you just don't care, remember that most things in this world are temporary and you always have the option to grow and do better. Never forget that because you're going to come across some things that are going to try to take you off of your path. They're going to try to take you away from where you want to go. Be a distraction to you, but don't let that define who you are, right? So with all that being said, if you get value out of this content, which I certainly hope you do, definitely like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop me a comment in those comment sections. We got a few more subscribers. Super thankful for that. I definitely want to thank all of you guys for supporting the channel that are doing so. If you want to support the channel financially, you definitely can. A QR code is going to pop up for you to have that opportunity. So share this information with your friends. Let them know that, hey, life is full of opportunities and possibilities. So just because you're going through something now doesn't mean that that's where you're going to always be. Trust me on that one, because I've been there. I'm telling you this not just because it's something cool to say, but from my own life's experiences. With all that being said, I am your host, Mr. HJ, and we are out. Thank you and God bless. And I'm out.